Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the English and Englishman Show. I think we are somewhere around episode 6. And Mr. English, are you there?
You know, I am here, and I was supposed to do the introduction. But, oh no, of course it's got to be done by Darrel Griffin. How are you, Mr. Englishman?
I'm good. We won't explain to our dear listeners and viewers what we've been doing for the last half an hour, will we, Mr. English?
Listen, that was a great show. That was easily the best show that we've ever done. The best show that we've ever recorded.
Yes. So Mr. English in his wisdom didn't press record, friends. So there we are. So this is a repeat. And so I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to press start of the 20-minute countdown, and we are underway with that. And then I'm going to ask you, Mr. English.
Are you recording?
I'm recording. Are you?
No. That's what you were going to ask me? Am I recording?
Oh, yes. No. Are you a Rachel hunter?
I'm a Rachel hunter. I collect Rachels. Okay, what on earth is he talking about? I had this brilliant idea during the week. Just superb.
Right.
Okay, now you're supposed to say, oh, really? Oh. What was it?
What was it? Recording the English and Englishman Show?
No.
Come on, then.
It wasn't record, it was Rachel. Very similar words. Rachel. I was really reflecting on these ladies that I've been speaking to in the hope that some of them are going to become my clients. And I kept seeing this name Rachel pop up. There's Rachel. There's Rachel. There's Rachel. I thought, I wonder how many Rachels there are out there. So here was the idea. I put out a post on LinkedIn which said, hey, let's play Tag Rachel. Full explanation for our younger viewers, our older viewers. Tag means basically name them so that people can go and look them up and work out who they are. Okay?
Yeah.
Tag Rachel. So let's do this. Let's play Tag Rachel. I know some amazing Rachels. I know some amazing ladies named Rachel. Look, I know some amazing ladies not called Rachel. I know some amazing non-ladies not called Rachel.
Do you know any non-ladies called Rachel?
We did have a non-lady called Rachel jump in as well. That was his surname.
We're getting into dangerous territory here. Quick,
okay, let's get back on track. Okay, this is a friendly show now. So I said, how about we play a little game? Do you know somebody called Rachel? And is she amazing? Tell us why. That was the game. I wanted to see, let's just see how many people are willing to promote your business or promote you without you going out and begging for it or pitching your services. Does that fit in with the Darrel Griffin, don't pitch till you're 150 years old strategy?
That's a thoroughly decent strategy, yes.
Yes, I'm sure it is. It'll long term, but it'll work, I'm sure, eventually. So I said, who knows a Rachel? Who is she? Why is she important? Why is she amazing? Well, that was the post.
Great.
You want to hear the rest? Come on.
I've just
live.
I've actually got used to not getting much of a word in edgeways with you, Mr.
Is that right? You've been speaking to Olga. Have you been speaking to Olga Kirschenbaum?
Yeah, actually this morning, but that's a whole other subject.
Well, I was talking to Olga the other day. I went on a little rant with her, and she was ranting. I said to Olga, you've got a mute button for a reason. And I told her, you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth so that I can talk twice as much as you do. She didn't like it.
I see.
She didn't like it.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Rachel.
But I get a funny feeling that perhaps you've got 2 mouths and 1 ear, but there we are.
Rachel. So I said, well, tell us about Rachel. Who do you know Rachel? I thought this post cannot fail. This is a win-win-win-win-win-win-win strategy. Over 60 Rachels got tagged, got mentioned by different people. Hey, I've got a sister called Rachel. She's an amazing copywriter and she's a wonderful sister. Hey, I've got another Rachel and she's a designer. Hey, what about this Rachel? I used to work with her. How about this Rachel? Rachel was amazing. All under different variations of spelling, but that's okay. But I said, you're not allowed to tag somebody else. You can't tag Sarah. You can't tag Darrel. You can't tag Anthony. You got to tag Rachel. I wanted to see just how much love there was out there for the Rachels of the world. And there's a lot of love.
Just have this imagery of all these Rachels being tagged like wildlife or something.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the Rachels said, I feel famous. Another Rachel said, thank you so much for doing this. I said, don't thank me. Thank your parents for calling you Rachel.
I'd really like to know who the viewers and listeners to the show, who their favorite Rachel is. I was just looking at some famous Rachels here. Rachel Weisz,
Who?
English actress. She's very good. Rachel McAdams, the actresses, you know, there's a couple of Rachels who are kind of actresses of a different ilk. But yeah, I only know a couple of them, to be fair.
Okay. So here is what was going on with the tag Rachel thing. I wanted to show, yes, of course, I wanted to showcase some Rachels, not because I had any particular Rachel in mind. Okay. I wanted to do it to see what if we were to do social media differently. What if we were to say, hey, who's helped you out? But I didn't want to make it, hey, tag anyone who's helped you this week.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it more specific. And so that was great for the Rachels. It was also probably great for the people who were tagging the Rachels.
Yeah.
Because that gave them a chance to give back, to show some gratitude, to show some admiration. So it was a win for everybody.
Down to brass tacks.
Yeah, brass. You were talking about how much money did I get from this?
Let's put on the kind of, you know,
devil's advocate, the cynic,
ROI hat and all this kind of stuff.
Okay, ROI is return on investment. What's the point? Because it took me 2 minutes to write that post, and I'm never going to get that 2 minutes back.
Yeah, plus all the engagement. And
yes, for sure.
So you've got to be prepared to invest the time.
I did. So what's in it for me? Well, I'm a business coach for women. I'm about to test this. I'm going to change my headline. At least for a few days, I'm going to say that I'm a business coach for Rachels. It's more specific. That doesn't mean that anyone not called Rachel is not going to knock on my door. I'm a business coach for Rachels. And what I'm going to do is that I have shown them, hey, I know how to highlight the value that you bring. I didn't even have to do it myself. I know how to get your clients to tell you just how valuable you are. I know how your colleagues can tell you. I know even how your competitors are going to say nice things about you, because that's exactly what happens. So if I can show the value that you bring to the world, and I didn't even know you beforehand, do you think that that is going to translate into dollars in your pocket? Yes. And that's what I do as a business coach.
I see. Yeah.
Well, you don't sound very excited, but I don't care because your name's not Rachel, so go away.
I think it's good. I think, you know, I think what it kind of illustrates to me is how important it is for all of us in the business world who essentially have something to sell, let's be honest, that we need to learn to be a little bit less direct and a little bit more, what's the word? Tactile, perhaps. I don't know.
I don't think tactile. I think maybe a bit more subtle. Well,
yeah, a bit more EQ rather than IQ. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, that whole emotional intelligence thing. That look, the thing is that I'm not going to start a campaign to, you know, next week I'll do tag Sarah or tag Darrel or tag David or tag Peter. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And I picked the name Rachel because I'm working with some people in the Jewish community in particular. And there's a lot of Rachels there, but there are a lot of Rachels outside of it, outside of the Jewish community. So both of those made sense for me to pick tag Rachel.
So as an experiment,
Hmm.
this is what I would do. I would create a LinkedIn group for Rachels. Right?
Yeah.
And just see if Rachels will support one another and create this whole Rachel movement.
I think that's creepy if I do that. I think that's borderline creepy.
Well, we were talking about swipe left and swipe right in the unrecorded.
Oh, Darrel, we got to wipe this out. Okay, we should record this show again. Swipe left. I don't even know what swipe left, swipe right means, but okay. So tagging Rachel. Okay, so that's the strategy. Is the idea of coming up with something creative, something new, not so that we can, make it a weekly campaign of tagging this and that person by a different name, but to help people. Here's how you can give back. Okay. And everybody's a winner. And that's what I do. So I want to know what you do. How do you give back? You've been writing articles. What's his 1, 2, 3 business? I'm really not clear of 1, 2, 3. What's 1, 2, 3?
Well, it's not really giving back. It's a blatant marketing strategy. What you're on about? Let's be blatantly obvious about it. So 1, 2, 3 strategy is this, as you'll know, LinkedIn articles, which are the longer form of content on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Maybe sort of 500 words or whatever. They are notoriously, somebody leave the room, notoriously bad, or notoriously poor when it comes to the algorithm.
Right.
They just don't get a huge push. It might get published to a few of people in your network.
The people don't get to see them. Okay, got it.
So the 1, 2, 3 strategy is essentially a way to try and give your articles a little bit of help. So what I do is stage 1 of the 1, 2, 3 strategy is to create a pre-sale post, which is essentially just a regular post. For me, it's a text only post saying, in the next few days, I'm going to be publishing this brand new article called How to Approach LinkedIn Strategically, Not Randomly.
Yep.
If you'd like a copy of the post, please comment below and I'll ensure you get it.
Hey, this is like the English and Englishman trailer.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
but it's not a video, right? It's just a little.
It can be a video if you want it to be a video, but I tend to keep the video for this. So, so I publish the post. I get a certain amount of expressions of interest, let's say. And then when I publish the article itself, not only does the article get published to a very small number of my connections via the notifications, but I then automatically was able to send it to the 47 persons on the list directly. So in that early sort of 5-6 hours of the article being published, all of those people got to see the article.
So it was a way of getting them engaged. Were any of them called Rachel by any chance? Never mind.
I'd have to.
Don't reveal any.
I can't see any Rachels in this list, which is disappointing. And I'm going
to very disappointing. That's because they're all too busy getting engaged on my thing. So what happens after you've posted the article?
So the day, actually it was 2 days afterwards, I then did. So this is stage 3. So stage 1 is the pre-sale.
Yep.
Stage 2 is the article published itself. Stage 3 is a post-sale post.
Yep.
Essentially said, I published this article 2 days ago. If you missed it because of the algorithm, then please comment below and I'll ensure you'll get the article. So all up, that I would have expected after 10 days of publishing an article in the conventional way that might have attracted maybe 50 views maximum. It's attracted 292 views.
Yeah, that's great.
So that's
an article. I mean,
8 times 6, whatever. So
yeah. I mean, on posts, we're probably getting 1, 2, 3,000 views.
Yeah.
But of course, a view on a post is worth a lot less because all it means is they've clicked on, see more for a second.
Yeah.
But on an article, they've actually clicked right through to the article. Doesn't mean they've read the whole thing.
No.
But it's a bit more value than clicking on an article is more valuable than just hitting the see more, which is what a view on a post is.
What I've been encouraging my clients to think about is as an article being a showcase of their holistic talent.
Yeah, that's right. The thought leadership.
Yeah, in a very deliberate, strategic way. So that's a whole other subject. 37 comments, 35 likes, and there's no reason with a post like that, which obviously is in the subject that people seem to like, then there's no reason why I can't redo that strategy again in a month's time or so.
Well, Mr. Englishman, I am so proud of the Rachels. Every one of them, under all the variations of their names, and all the people who wanted to give them love. And as for proud of you, don't be proud, be humble. Okay, be humble. It's important.
So here's the little angle on this.
Uh-huh.
You create an article about that experience, right?
Yeah, doing that.
And use the 1, 2, 3 strategy to get it some traction.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, it would be an interesting exercise.
Well, I'm going to change my my LinkedIn headline, and I'm going to explain why does he say I help Rachels. I'm going to give it a go. That's a niche. There's not many other Rachel business coaches, are there?
I just coach Rachel. I don't care, whether if they're in business or not.
Do you know the real value of this, Darrel?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah, exactly. You're probably going to bed every night crying, saying, "Why didn't he do I tag Darrel? Why couldn't my name be Rachel?" Yeah. No, that's not it. The point is, my friend, that everybody is Rachel. Everybody is out there with a lot of people who are willing to show them some love in the non-tender form of love and encouragement and enthusiasm and to promote you. That is the point. It's not every man for himself or every Rachel for herself. You are not there. You are not alone. You belong to this community, not necessarily LinkedIn, but that whole sense of belonging. There's something big happening here. And I would seriously counsel you to consider changing your name to Rachel Griffin. I think you'd be...
I think I would be immediately accepted as a Rachel, don't you? The right hairstyle and
We're up to 20 minutes yet. It's been a long episode, this one.
I don't have a furry top lip.
Do we have to record a trailer as well? Did you remember to record this time?
2 minutes left.
2 minutes? What are we going to do in 2 minutes? This is a disaster. Okay, here's my hot tip. LinkedIn. Ali Luck, who is my copywriter, who has been guiding me in copywriting in the most amazing way, and I know a fair bit about copywriting, she has been adding a call to action, a PS, at the end of her posts. And others are starting to do that now. A PS, here's what I do. She fixes landing pages. If you don't know what a landing page is, you are not going to be her client. That's fine. So she fixes landing pages. And Ali, that PS allows you don't have to use a PS, but say, by the way, this is what I do. That reinforces all the time without pitching. By the way, I fix landing pages or whatever it is that you do. Then it gives you a whole lot of creative freedom to write about whatever you want, including Rachel. Can we just have a little call out to the 60 Rachels would that be okay?
I
It's only
think it
60 odd.
probably would be very, very boring.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Darrel. That's it.
Amazing.
I really love that affirmation that I get from you every time I talk.
Well, I thought you were about to rattle off a list of 60 names then for a minute.
Yeah, well, I would have, except if I hadn't been crushed.
Look,
Yeah,
need a
like
little bit of...
you should put yourself out as the compassionate, Mr. Compassionate. Okay, you just got a heart of gold, or it's that heart anyway.
Mr. ROI. I like to see the point in things. Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay, here's the man who doesn't like to go chasing the money.
I don't. But I know where it fits. But I like to be strategic. I don't like to be pursuing a course of action if I don't think it strategically is a good one. That's all. I'm not just being defensive here.
He is being very defensive, folks. I look.
Oh dear! Here we go. Oh, that perfectly timed. To intervened. Thank you, Mr. Timer. Before I was about to be told off or whatever.
Did you just say Mr. Timer?
Mr. Timer, yes.
I think Timer needs to have a name, and I think it's very, very. I don't think you should say Mr.
Trevor.
How about Rachel?
It's not Rachel. I can assure you it's not Rachel. This is tag Trevor.
Goodbye. Bye, Rachel.